Welcome to the Take Your Apprenticeship podcast. The Take Your Place team is made up of 5 universities and 9 further education colleges from across the east of England. We are an impartial project dedicated to giving you the information you need, regardless of where you're applying to study. Since 2017, we have worked with over 30,000 students from 100 different schools, colleges and sixth forms, helping them to explore their options and discover their potential. Now, we hope to help you too. In this podcast series, we will explore all aspects of finding, applying for and succeeding in an apprenticeship. Through talking to experts and current apprentices from a variety of industries, we will help you explore your future apprenticeship options.
In this episode, I spoke to Nicky Paine, who is the Liaison Manager for Balfour Beatty. We discussed the wide range of jobs available in construction and what type of skills an apprentice will gain when working for Balfour Beatty. As with all our conversations in this series, our interviews are recorded remotely, so you might hear some background office and working from home noises. Don't forget to check out the Take Your Place resource website at takeyourplace.ac.uk/resources for more university and apprenticeship information. I'm joined today by Nicky Paine from Balfour Beatty, who offer a variety of apprenticeship options in construction and engineering. Thank you for joining us today, Nicky. Could you start by telling us a little bit about your role?
Yes, hello Rupert and hello everybody. I am a liaison manager working on a project in Kings Lynn at the moment for Kings Lynn Drainage Board. So basically our project provides increased flood protection for 1,500 people and 500 businesses in the local area by replacing the existing pumping station. So my job really is to ensure that we create a positive attitude on the community that we're working within so that hopefully we can leave a lasting legacy. And part and parcel of that is that I go into schools and colleges and I talk to young people about the exciting world of construction and hopefully inspire them to be part of the innovative and vibrant industry that it is. I also support local organisations and local community in any way that I can. It's a great job and it's every day is different.
Fab, thank you. And thank you for joining us today. You're going to be talking to us about construction apprenticeships that Balfour Beatty offer. Would you be able to explain a little bit about what construction actually is and what type of jobs there are to do in the area?
Yes, absolutely. And the construction industry is an incredibly important industry to the UK actually, and it contributes £117 billion to the UK economy and accounts for 2.4 million jobs. So a huge part of that is the large numbers of young people that we provide with employment through apprenticeship schemes. In 2018-2019, there were 23,000 construction apprenticeships, and that's something that the industry is working really, really hard to increase. Balfour Beatty is basically a market leader in what we do, and we hope that every day our projects change the way the world looks and improve the way it works. So we deliver vital work in 4 main sectors that are power and energy, social infrastructure, transportation and water. And some of the projects that we've worked on that you might be aware of are the Channel Tunnel, Crossrail, Thames Tideway currently, HS2. We also transformed the Olympic Stadium into a multi-purpose sporting venue. So any West Ham supporters out there will know that that's the new home for their club. And more locally, we were recently at RAF Marham. Basically, we constructed some hangars and some offices to welcome the F-35 fighter jet from the US to the UK a couple of years.
Can you give us some examples of the type of vacancies that you offer in construction and the different levels of qualifications?
Yes, of course, there are many different roles within construction. And one thing I always like to stress is I think people often think that construction is all about the building site. So when they walk past a building site and they see everybody on the site, they think that that's what construction is all about. And whilst there are so many really exciting roles that are available actually physically on a building site, there are also so many different roles that are basically supporting that project. So the roles that we can offer are, electrician, civil and mechanical engineering, plant maintenance, civil engineering, designer, a planner. You've roles in health and safety. So in terms of the levels of qualifications, we offer a range of different opportunities. We offer apprenticeships from level 2 to level 6. We offer paid internships if you decide to go to uni and you want to have a year out in the industry, then we can help you with that. And we we also can offer graduate positions after university. So the different levels of qualifications are numerous, and they're really dependent on the training scheme and the role that you've chosen. They range from MVQ levels 2 to 5, levels 2 to 3 diplomas, HNC, HND, degree, and obviously also professional qualifications like a chartered surveyor. So we really have apprenticeships all over the UK in all kinds of professional fields, and whatever route that you pick, you'll get to explore really innovative technology, you'll get to learn from the experts, and you'll be able to really start building that professional future that you want.
What are the entry requirements for some of these apprenticeships? Can students apply straight from school after doing their GCSEs, or is it more beneficial to study at sixth form or college before applying?
It's really totally dependent on the apprenticeship, because the entry-level qualifications are obviously linked to the level of the role that you're applying for. So yes, you can definitely apply straight from school if you're studying for a level 2 or a level 3 apprenticeship. For a level 4 apprenticeship and above, you'd need A-levels or a diploma. One of our apprentices actually that we took on my last project was halfway through her A-levels, and she decided that she absolutely wanted to have a career in construction. So she got in contact with us. We invited her to come in for a week's work experience, and she totally loved it. We loved her, and it really cemented her desire to be part of the industry. So on completion of her week's work experience, we offered her an apprenticeship, and she's been with us ever since.
When an apprentice is on placement for a construction course, what types of situations and experiences might they be doing that you wouldn't necessarily get to do in a classroom?
Well, we try and mirror what our apprentice is learning in theory in college with the actual practical experience in site and in the office. Basically, they can get up to anything and everything, really, totally dependent on what their role is. We really believe that it's so important to submerge our apprentices into their role as much as we can so that they can get the maximum benefit out of their experience. Also, as an organisation, we're signed up to the 5% Club, and that means that they have lots of opportunities to meet up and network with loads of other apprentices within our business. Further down the line, I think what we really like to do is once they've got the experience on board and hopefully, bags of confidence, they're encouraged to do as much as they can to promote their roles within the business, to go out and speak to schools and colleges and really become apprentice ambassadors.
I think that sounds like a really good idea. I think young people seeing apprentices and hearing their stories is really powerful, so that sounds like a great idea.
I think so too, and it's coming from an apprentice, it somehow has more impact, I think, than if it comes from somebody else within the business.
So what types of skills and strengths would be ideal for someone choosing to go down an apprenticeship pathway?
Well, I guess people who are interested in design, who are interested in planning, interested in buildings, to have an interest in a building's life cycle and the idea of being involved in something from inception to actually seeing the final product is one of the really exciting elements of construction, and it gives you an enormous sense of achievement. You've been part of that. So I think to have that overall interest in buildings, also to have maths and English are important and STEM subjects are really beneficial. But again, it's all very much dependent on the role that they're moving into. In terms of strengths, I think we'd be looking for someone with good written and verbal communication skills because they're so key within any role, really. A definite team player. It's so important to be a good team player, to have a positive can-do attitude, the ability to form really good working relationships, and that's, both within the department and the business that you're working in, but also externally. Good at problem solving, and someone who's good at prioritising workloads.
Would you recommend trying to get work experience before putting in an application? And if so, what type of work experience are you or similar companies able to offer?
It's extremely important to get work experience. You're much more likely to get a job if you've got work experience on your CV, and it's the ideal way of learning about the industry that you want to be part of and the role that you want to do. We've got a really good example of a young lady who got in contact with us because she wanted a construction apprenticeship. So we invited her to come for a week's work experience, and at the end of that week, although she really enjoyed her time with us and we really enjoyed having her there, she decided that a construction apprenticeship wasn't for her. And that's great as well. That's good for an employer, and it's good for the young person to realise that maybe that's not the direction that they want to go in. But work experience, yes, do definitely try and get work experience. It really helps with a strong application. All experience is good work experience, and if you aren't lucky enough to be able to get relevant work experience experience within the industry, just get work experience anyway, get any volunteering experience that you can possibly get, because it shows an employer that you have the determination and the motivation to work, and also that you're someone that could be depended on in the workplace and that you've got some general business awareness. It's also really helpful for you as a person to know the do's and don'ts of the work environment and to be able to identify and develop your skills. It's key as an into an organisation. Even if at the time they're unable to offer anything, you'll always be top of the pile and front of mind for the next time that they're thinking of recruiting. So as a business with Balfour Beatty, we try and offer experience shadowing different areas of the workplace to give a really comprehensive view of the role in the industry. And we offer work experience to year 10s upwards. So we've basically got a young lady currently who's working with us, and just to demonstrate the usefulness of work experience, she started off with us last December just to do her usual 60 hours work experience. She then decided that she wanted to continue working with us, so we managed to get her a summer placement with us on the project, and she still wanted more. So she's now working with us for 1 day a week until the end of the year, and we're working really hard to get her an apprenticeship within the business. So it just goes to show how vital it is to get you that foot in the door to a sector and a company that you'd like to work within.
So Balfour Beatty offer a lot of different apprenticeships. In your opinion, what are the main benefits of doing an apprenticeship?
I'm a firm advocate of apprenticeships. I think they're an absolutely fantastic way to learn your trade and begin your career. You get to learn in theory. Everything you learn in theory at college, you can apply to that on-the-job work experience, which is so vital. You earn as you learn, which is fantastic. You get holiday, pension, salary growth. You get support from mentors, which I think is so important, that you've got people within a business who are there to help you do the best that you possibly can and develop your skills. It helps you develop people skills, it helps you develop knowledge of the industry, it helps you to network with other apprentices, it gives you a great understanding of the area you're working within as well as other areas of the business, and it gives you an opportunity to progress within the company. I think apprentices with Balfour Beatty also benefit not just from their occupational apprenticeships but also through broader development of training that includes health and safety, project management, communication, teamwork, leadership and networking. So basically what we're doing is ultimately trying to equip our apprentices with the skills that are required for them to further their careers.
So where is the best place to look to see current apprenticeship vacancies? And is there a specific time of year when certain positions are available?
The best place to look is to apply online on our website. So if you apply to balfourbeattycareers.com, that basically brings you onto a website which you will put in what role you're looking for, the location, and it will come up with all of the apprenticeships that we've got available. So the apprenticeship window is usually from January and it will usually close at the end of June.
One of the huge benefits that you've already mentioned is the chance to earn a salary as you train. Could you tell us a little bit more about the starting salaries from the different apprenticeships?
I can't really, because they're all different and they're obviously based on the role that you're applying for, the experience that you've got, and also the job location. So I can't really give you any idea of the salaries, but what I can say is that Balfour Beatty offer extremely competitive salaries as well as a great range of benefits.
With any apprenticeship, there will be an element of studying as well as being on placement. Generally, how does the studying element of the course work, and is there a training provider that you use?
Well, usually it works that you have 4 days a week on site or in the office and 1 day a week with the training provider. So we'll always try and mirror the on-the-job experience with the module that you're studying at the time. And we also, as I said, like to enable our apprentices to shadow different disciplines within our business so that they can get a really comprehensive view of the different aspects of the project and the business. In terms of the training providers, we've got ties with the College of West Anglia, West Suffolk College, Anglia Ruskin, Cambridge Regional College, but all different apprenticeships have different training providers. So we'd obviously look at who provides the course for the apprenticeship that we're offering.
Could someone doing a higher level apprenticeship with Balfour Beatty expect to be offered a job at the end of their course?
Well, all of our apprenticeships are actually permanent contracts. So an apprenticeship with Balfour Beatty is what we hope will be the beginning of a long-lasting and very exciting career with us.
Thank you so much for talking to us today. Before you go, Do you have any final top tips for someone looking to apply for an apprenticeship?
If you have a think about the soft and transferable skills that you have and highlight those skills, so they're the skills like the communication, the good team player and positive attitude. So highlight those skills on your application and have evidence that you can back them up with. Look at the job description, tailor your application to fit that job description and make you the perfect person for the job. Get some work experience. As I said before, it is so important, and it really helps you to build your CV. It helps you to put yourself above your peers who don't have that work experience, and it also helps to back up the skills that you say you have with that work experience. I'd also say, as much as you can, try and polish up on your verbal and written communication skills. Stress what a positive, enthusiastic attitude you have. We can basically teach you your trade, but it's really important to have that positive attitude that will make you an invaluable member of our team. And the other thing I guess is to really research the role that you're applying for and really research the company that you're wanting to be part of. Research Balfour Beatty. We want to know that you want to start your career with us and that you want to build your career with us. So those are my top tips, really.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to our future podcasts at soundcloud.com/takeyourplace or on your favourite podcasting app. You can also find us on Instagram, where we are at takeyourplace_HE, on Twitter at takeyourplaceHE, and on Facebook at facebook.com/takeyourplaceHE. You can also email us with any questions, requests, or just to let us know what you think on info@takeyourplace.ac.uk.